the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxsPEED TV.
There we go. I don't know if anybody heard me out there. If anybody can tell me if my audio is working now, I would greatly appreciate it. I think I had to uninstall that update that came out, so I think it may kind of messed everything up, but we are at Atlanta tonight, folks. Round of 8. Second round of the playoff races. Race number 1 of the second round. We got Atlanta tonight. Next week we will be at Daytona. I hope I got my audio working. Let me know if it's not out there in YouTube. I'm pretty sure I got it going as they are wrapping up. 5 minutes left in practice. We're going to go ahead and get our point standings. Obviously, there's no points right now. The top 8 all have 2,000 points to start the second round of the playoff. Anthony English, Russ Hancock, Adam Kilday, Les Levy, Mark Mann, Lynn McNeese, Rick Seabrantz, and Sean Stevens are your playoff drivers in the second round, the round of 8. They're looking to see what they can do now that they've got like I said, 2 races in this round, but we're going to get to our 3-race analytics here. 73-degree air temp, track temp of 116 degrees. Got 100 laps tonight, 155 miles, actually 154 miles. We rounded it up to 155. Unlimited tires and a 50% fuel window. Pit road speed is at 45. Now with the plan, and they got a new update as far as the pit entrance. You have to enter in at the beginning of turn 3, and we will try to get a look at that box. There's a box on the track that these drivers have to be committed to prior to going into the pits. We're on English right now, coming out of turns 1 and 2, coming up the road. We will get a quick pause here when he gets around, coming into turn 3. I say that and it doesn't pause, but there's a box. They have to be below that commit line in order to come into the pits. If not, they will get a black flag for unsafe pit entrance. The update they did on Atlanta. As you see, the guys out here just having a little fun during practice. With 3 minutes left, but again, shout out to Mark Mann, sponsor of tonight's race, the Man Outdoor 150. And also got to give a shout out to our buddy Josh Medlock, who is home recovering. Most of you guys know Joshua had triple bypass done about a week ago and spent some time in the hospital, but he is out doing well at home and recovering. He sent me a message, said he was going to try to get in the chat tonight, depending on if he was able to get him any rest or not. But about 2 minutes left of practice here, folks, and we will get into qualifying. Right now, again, our playoff drivers, no particular order, Russ Hancock, Adam Kilday, Anthony English, Rick Seabrantz, Sean Stevens, Les Levy, Lynn McNeese, and Mark Mann. Now, when the driver bars do come up, and I'll go ahead and show you because I'm on one of the playoff drivers now, you'll notice the chase driver, and they'll have a P by their name. That indicates that they are a playoff driver. Yeah, Brendan, I understand. Or Braden, I understand. I've been battling that today. I'm not feeling real good myself tonight, but we're going to battle through. Try to put out a good broadcast for everybody tonight. Brendan Kennedy out there. Paul out there in chat as well. Appreciate you guys. I'm hoping we don't have the issues I had last night at OP. Lost my internet connection. We do have some bitterly cold weather coming in, so if you're in the central United States, Midwest United States, you guys, please stay safe, stay warm, because it is going to be cold. Now, our neighbors up north kind of like that cold weather and used to it, but, well, us down here in the south, we usually don't get this bitter cold weather that we're supposed to have. I mean, they're talking in the negatives for us down here, especially in Oklahoma, so not really looking forward to that. We got looking like about 1 inch to 2 inches of snow for my area, or for our area here, and I know our friends out east of us, Arkansas, Tennessee, they have some pretty severe weather, possible tornadoes. So if you're in that area, please stay safe. Be sure that you watch the weather and take the necessary precautions when it comes down to it. Winding down on practice, about 10 seconds left. They will get into qualifying. I got to get on one of our driver cars here. He has something on the back of his car, and the time we do that, it goes blank, but Doug Johnson got a message for Joshua on the back of his car, and when he populates here, we're going to go ahead and pull his car up, as we're going to get the qualifying times bar up so everybody can see what they're going to be doing in qualifying. Of course, right now, Russ Hancock is out on the track. Les Levy coming off pit road. Two of our playoff drivers. David Overstreet's just now rolling off the pit road. Rick Seabrands, another playoff driver, out on the track. Sean Wilder out there. Anthony English getting his qualifying laps in. Alex Green and Dave Hunt. Now there's Douglas Johnson, so we're going to go ahead and get to a chase view. He got a little message on the back of his car. Keep digging, Josh. Shout out to Joshua. Hope he is watching. Hope he's feeling better. I know he said he was in a little bit of pain earlier. More to the surgery than anything else. Which, you know, I got to see him Saturday. And it was nice seeing him, and definitely nice to be able to visit with him for a little bit. Of course, he can't really do a whole lot without getting really tired, which, you know, that takes a lot out of you having that type of surgery. Times are rolling in right now. Sean Wilder does have the top spot. Rick Seabrand's currently at a 32.372. Dave Hunt with a 32.419. That's Anthony English with a 32.422. David Overstreet, 32.474. Les Levy coming in at a 32.5 flat. And the 15 of Alex Green dropping a 32.514. Russ Hancock, the 343 machine, throwing out a 32.543. Bubba Winningham with a 32.561. And that is the 38 of Doug Johnson, setting at 32.603. We still have some people out there qualifying. Dana Osborne, Adam Kilday. Adam Kilday just jumped up in that second place spot. John Guerrera. Joe Hudson, I think he is a new driver joining late in the season, but glad to have him out there. Of course, Andrew Schroeder is at the end of pit road. About a minute and a half left of qualifying. Sean Wilder does have the top spot still. Dana Osborne jumping up into that fourth place spot. Adam Kilday grabbing the second. Rick Seabrand's in third. Dean Wilkinson throwing out a decent run there. A 32-4 flat puts him in fifth. Dave Hunt in sixth. Anthony English in seventh. David Overstreet eighth. Les Levy in ninth. Alex Green 10th. Russ Hancock 11th. Bubba Winningham in 12th. Doug Johnson 13th. Joe Hudson getting in 14th. John Guerrera is still out on the track. And Andrew Schroeder just sitting at the end of pit road. John Guerrera putting in a good lap for the fourth place spot with a 32.384. Look at about 40 seconds left of qualifying. We get down, make sure nobody else is going to qualify, and we will look at bringing Mr. Sean Wilder up into the booth for the pole win. It looks like that is going to do it for our qualifying, so we'll go ahead and we'll bring Sean up to the booth. Sean, Steve up in the booth. Got a copy there, buddy?
I sure do, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
You know, I'm not feeling the greatest tonight, Sean, but you know, we gotta push through. Show must go on. But man, it looks like you're gonna win the pole tonight. 32.352. Good lap time. You know, Atlanta is kind of it's a technical track that runs like a super speedway. So what you got for these guys tonight?
I am just hoping to survive. It gets a little crazy at Atlanta, so do what I can to stay up front, control the pace, and hopefully stay out of the wreck. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, I know with the new pit entrance rule with Atlanta, it can be a little bit tricky. And was you able to get out there and kind of practice that a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, I'm good to go on that. The nice thing is you can carry all your speed on the apron there. You just got to watch it as you hit pit road.
All right, buddy. Well, you guys are gridding up. We're going to let you go. And, man, good luck tonight, and congratulations on getting the pole.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy the show.
Remind me, was you in 5?
Yeah, I was with Doug and Dave.
Okay. All right, buddy. We'll see you later, bud. Get him back down to his room. I have got to start remembering where I pull these guys from their rooms. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of the qual times. We'll get our grid out here. The MaxsPeed TV starting grid row 1. Pole, Sean Wilder, 91 machine. Outside him in second, 85 of Adam Kilday. Row 2 inside, Rick Seabrands. In that 4 machine, the number 88, John Guerrera starting outside him in 4th. Row 3, Dana Osborne in 5th. And the 8 machine, 55 machine of Dean Wilkerson starting 6th. Row 4 inside, Dave Hunt, 53 machine in 7th. Row 4 outside, the 44 machine of Anthony English in 8th. And row 5 starting in that 9th place spot, 68 of David Overstreet. In 10th, the 62 of Les Levy. In row 6, inside 15 of Alex Green. Outside him, 343 of Russ Hancock. Starting row 7, Bubba Winningham in 66. On the inside, on the outside, 38 of Doug Johnson. In row 8, 49 of Joe Hudson in 15th. In the 411 of Tom Dixon in 60. Row 9, 27, Sean Stevens, one of our playoff drivers. Starting 17, outside. Mark Cannon, another one of our playoff drivers. In row 10, the 45 of Michael Pratt, and 19 Scott Bear, starting 20th. On the outside of him is the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. In row 11 and the 16, Robert Torrens, and 21st. Outside of him, 22nd, 08 of Bob Fitzgerald. And row number 12, 23rd, the 84 machine of Lynn McNeese, one of our 8 playoff drivers. And that is going to round out our field tonight. 23 drivers starting tonight. Looks to be a pretty good race here at Atlanta. Echo. Let's see. We go green. That could be why. Just 1 second, folks. Could be why the echo gone. We're going to turn our cars down just a little bit here. Give myself a little more volume. Let me know if that made it any better or if I need to turn myself down. Again, camera angles do play a part of the volume with iRacing, so oh, we got, looks like the 343 of Russ Hancock having some issues as the caution does come out. We'll see if we can't take a look and see what happened. Oh, right there. That is the 08 of Bob Fitzgerald. Let's get to a chase view here, folks. Kind of see, we're going to back this up a little bit, get a far chase. Looked like that happened with the 411 and maybe the 08. Oh, I see smoke ahead of them. Seen some smoke right there as you see a car slowing down. Oh, Bob Fitzgerald hit the back of the 60, I believe that was the 62 machine of Les Levy, checking up for whatever was going on. Yeah, for some reason on that echo, my OBS had two two mic options going on. I'm not sure why. But I think we got that echo port part figured out. As long as you guys can hear me and still hear the cars, we're going to be in pretty good shape here. Kind of looking through the field, I'm not seeing. We're on Sean Wilder right now, currently in that first place spot. Adam Kilday is in second, Dave Hunt third, Doug Johnson fourth, and Bubba Winningham rounding out your top five. Number 6 machine of number 55 machine of Dean Wilkerson, David Overstreet, Rick Seabrands, Sean Stevens, Mark Mann, rounding out your top 10. Russ Hancock in 11th. Lynn McNeese currently in 12th. Anthony English back in 13th. Andrew Schroeder in 14th. Yeah, I think I got it figured out now, Denny. I think, like I said, when they did that update, it was causing me problems last night, and I had to go in and remove the update, uninstall it. It kind of messed my settings up, but we're going to get it figured out, and we got us rolling for now, so... Looking back up here to the front, they are double stacking. Pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road. Again, pit road entry here at Atlanta has changed a little bit as they get to the Geico restart zone. Green flag will come back out. Restart is on the leader. And Sean is on the loud pedals. Green flag comes out, gets a good jump and a good push there by Dave Hunt. Gets them out in front of Adam Kilday as he drops down behind Dave. And of course that 38 machine of Doug Johnson does the same thing outside there. It looks like you've got Rick Seabrands and I believe that is Dean Wilkinson. That outside line, Sean does go out to the high line. Going to get teamed up with Dean and with Rick, but Dave Hunt currently takes the lead with Adam Kilday, Doug Johnson right behind him, Bubba Winningham behind Doug. But Sean Wilder, that's the 91 of Sean Wilder, Dean Wilkinson at 55, and the 4 car of Rick Seabrands. Kind of need to close that gap as Dean kind of drops it down a little bit. Hey, Jeremy. Hi, Mama Medlock. It was so nice to meet her. Guys, I was just tickled to death. I think she got a kick out of me because when she was leaving, I looked at her and we were visiting Joshua. I said, bye, Mama. And she just kind of chuckled and laughed. So I think she got a kind of kick out of that as Bubba does go down to the apron. But these guys will hit that apron on that tri-oval. We're still keeping an eye up here on Sean and on this line, but Dean's got to get that gap, get up there. Ooh, Bubba up a little high into Dean. We're watching that here. We're on the TV towers. These guys are tearing it up here at Atlanta tonight. Such a sweet lady. It was so nice to meet her. I swear it was just absolute thrill for me and Jamie, my wife, to meet her, and I think the last time we was there, she wasn't feeling real good, and she was sleeping, so. Well, here comes Anthony English coming back up. Along with that 45 machine of Michael Pratt. 55, Dean Wilkerson does catch up to Sean, but not really giving him a whole lot of help. Ooh, Dave gets a little bit loose wiggly there coming through the trioval, into the trioval out of turn 4. Sean's fine. Dean's finally caught up to Sean, giving him a push up towards the front. Sean does edge out in front of Dave Hunt. Sean's led 4 laps already. Dave has led 6. 2 guys that aren't in the playoffs, but still they want to get that win. Now, at this point, a win doesn't get you into the playoffs, but it sure looks good, though, when you do get it. Jeremy, have you heard from Joshua today? I know he said he was, he sent me a message earlier and said that he was in some pain from the surgery, but wasn't anything else going on, so. Well, Sean Wilder does get that push. It seems like that outside line. Yeah, he could be. He does need the rest. So that last lap was led by Sean Wilder. He gets a good run coming off of the turn, gets out in front of Dave Hunt, but he goes back out, gets a tap there from that 55 machinist, Dean Wilkinson. Yeah, that's your Jamie. My Jamie's in there in the living room. Looks like Dave Hunt will get that last lap led 7 laps. Sean Wilder has led 6. Adam Kilday has led 3. Adam is right behind Dave Hunt. And Dean is sitting there behind Sean, trying to get Sean back out to the front there. Looking back through the field, just side-by-side race, and David Overstreet does get down on that apron a little bit. Got to be careful about that, especially here. Dana Osborne starting 5th, back in 13th. And you see the 15 of Alex Green. Mark Mann back here in the back, just kind of hanging out. Andrew Schroeder. Russ Hancock back here. And then Joe Hudson, he's just back here hanging out. Bob Fitzgerald is in the mix, but he is a lap down now. So these guys do get 2 fast repairs. There's 2 GWC attempts. Excuse me, guys. I am starting to go hoarse already. Get to talking too much and, well, I lose my voice. Get back up here on the front, though. Still side-by-side racing, several rows deep. There's still a lot of racing left. We're at lap 21 of 100. This is the only track that they do 100 laps at. Talladega, Daytona, they run 80. A little bit shorter track, a little over a mile and a half. I think they ran 80 before and just found it to be a little too quick at 80 laps, so they added 20 more. Now fuel is at 50%, so we're probably looking somewhere around, probably the 30 lap range or so. It's been a while since I've been in the Xfinity car, so I really couldn't tell you remember what the fuel mileage is or what the laps are on these cars. These guys got to be careful. They're getting a little dicey here back in this backpack. There's an 88 of John Guerrero trying to make his way back up to the front. Started 4th, currently in 12th. Getting side-by-side racing almost all the way back through the whole field. Andrew Schroeder looked at going to the inside, changed his mind, decided to stay up on that high line. 49 machine of Joe Hudson started 15th, fell back to 19th. Lynn McNeese back here just kind of running the track, running his race along with Les Levy. Looks like Robert Thorens has taken his truck behind the wall. Not sure what that's about or why he did that. I think he was involved in that last wreck. These guys are burning it up. 25. We are a quarter of a way through already. And I know a lot of these guys I've talked to last night, talked to throughout the week. And if you didn't tune in last night, just want to let everybody know that we are working on getting a benefit race set up for Joshua. It'll be a buy-in race for these drivers. I've already got with some of the league owners, and we've been discussing, trying to figure out what would be, a good track, good car, and the buy-in amount and everything. But what we're doing is we're setting up a PayPal, so all the proceeds will go into that, and then once we if we decide to do another race, we'll have that, but all the proceeds will go to Josh and his wife, for any unforeseen expenses due to his surgery. Joshua's not going to be able to work for about 6 months, but I will tell you we're working on some other sponsorships and prizes, and we are looking at doing something for the fans. If the fans want to donate, when we broadcast it, the link will be in the broadcast, and if any of the viewers want to donate, they're more than welcome to. And we're looking at maybe doing some sort of raffle or something, maybe for maybe a TV. We don't know yet. It's just something that was thrown out there. And we do have another caution, folks. Let's go back and see where this was at. Looks like it was right here between David Overstreet and the 411. That will be Tom Dixon. We'll see what happened here, folks. If I can get my mouse to work. Oh, no, that was back here with the 15 of Alex Green and the 411 of Tom Dixon. Let's see if we can... It looked like Alex was coming up. Tom may have been kind of coming down just a little bit. But Alex tags him right there on that left rear quarter. Gets down into David Overstreet. Sends David up into the wall. Mark Mann. Ooh, Russ Hancock nowhere to go. Right into the back of Tom. Bob Fitzgerald, Joe Hudson still trying to miss all of that. Lynn McNeese shutting it down. As 411 goes low. That looks like everybody else made it through. Well, let's talk to one of the guys that's helping me do all of this and get stuff together. Bubba, Steve Buttonbooth, got a copy there, buddy?
Hey, man. How's it going tonight?
Well, not feeling the greatest. Obviously, you can tell my voice is going out on me. But watching you guys run around here and kind of talking to everybody about the plans we got coming up and, you know, with a possible benefit race and everything. We're still working out the details, but, you know, I got with, you know, all you guys, and you guys have been helping me out quite a bit on that. But let's talk about what's going on tonight, though. How's it feeling out there to you, bud?
It's, you know, Atlanta's a fun track to race on. You're going to be bumper to bumper, you know, through these turns, and laps are ticking off fast because it's a, you know, 1.5-mile track, racing like a 2.5-mile track. So tonight, plenty of grip tonight, feels good. Trickiest part here is pit lane. You know, you got to enter in turn 3 and easy to get a penalty if you're not careful there. So anyway, it's about track position tonight and not making mistakes.
Well, you know, that's what we were talking about earlier. You know, the update brought the box back into turn 3. You know, my feeling on that is it's harder to get it shut down and not spin in the corner, kind of like when you're coming into Daytona, you know, with that short pit entrance.
Yeah, I practiced. So we practiced an extra half hour tonight for that reason, and I kind of found a sweet spot in there, you know, on the speed in turn 3 down flat on the bottom, and then when to drop it on down. So anyway, hopefully we won't make any mistakes. If you make a mistake going in there, you're going to be at the end of the pack and at risk of losing a lap if you get a severe penalty in there.
All right, well, Bubba, we're going to let you go, buddy. So far, so good, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the race.
That's right. Good top 8 race tonight. Let's see what happens.
Yes, sir. Oop. I put him in the wrong room, but we're going to get him in the right room. But that's Bubba Winningham. Like I said, great guy, been helping me out a lot, trying to get all of this ready. The green flag comes back out there, back on the loud pedal again, lap 33. Getting close to that halfway point. Of course, no stages. Sean Wilder still out front. Dean Wilkinson right behind him. Adam Kilday in 3rd. Anthony English 4th. As Anthony goes to the outside, got help with Dave Hunt. Oh, the 45 up into the wall. We'll see if we can make sure. We'll keep an eye on him. He falls all the way back to 20th, 21st. Tom Dixon is just now look like coming off a pit road, be 3 laps down. Getting back up to the front. Anthony English did take over the lead, but Sean Wilder still down on that inside. That inside line seems to be doing pretty well, but if you got enough cars on that outside line, it's carrying the momentum out of the corners to get the run. But Anthony English on the outside, Sean Wilder on the inside. Behind Sean is Adam Kilday in that 85 machine. Dave Hunt on that outside of him. Of course, Doug Johnson in the 38, Rick Seabrand's there in the 4th, but Alex Green sneaking up behind Rick Seabrands. Oh, another car. That looked like the 27 of Sean Stevens. Not sure what happened. He got loose, got down on the apron. Was able to get, looked like able to save it, get back up on the track. They're still battling up here at the front. Anthony English got a lap led, but on the inside there is Sean Wilder. I know Sean's got Denny, I believe it's his dad out there watching in chat. Again, appreciate everybody showing up. If you're new to MaxsPeed TV, please be sure you hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell icon. That way you'll get notifications every time we go live. Again, Brendan Kennedy, Braden, Coos out there, Jeremy out there in chat. Paul dropped in for a minute. I don't know if he's still watching, but glad to see Paul back out there again. I know he's good friends with Joshua. Was expecting to maybe hear him tonight, but you know, of course, Joshua's still recovering. We're keeping an eye on this front, guys, because that's where most of the action is. These front top 10 right now. Well, the top probably 8, 9 in this first group. It's like they're getting a little bit loose coming out of that, or in through the tri-oval. We have to keep an eye on that as the race goes on. But still battling up here side by side. Ooh, Dave Hunt gives Anthony English a shove. Looks like gets Anthony a little bit loose down into the door of the 91 machine of Sean Wilder. Adam Kilday is still right there. Now, these Xfinity cars don't bump draft like these guys would want them to. If you ease into somebody and bump draft it, it's a little bit better. But if you give them a shot like what Dave just did to Anthony, we'll get him a little bit loose. But he was a little bit easier, giving him a little bump on that one. Yet I'm still trying to get all the sound and stuff to where we, you know, you can hear the cars and still hear me, but like I said, with that update, kind of messed my settings up a little bit. But we're going to work through it. I was messing with it when they opened the session up and thought I had everything figured out. Like I said, guys, it's fixing to get cold here in the central United States, so please be aware. If you're going to be outside, make sure you bundle up, wear layers, and protect that exposed skin as best as you can, because it is going to be really cold and bad wind chills. We're talking negative wind chills below 0. Anthony and Dave now battling out up here in the front. Now Anthony is a playoff driver, and so is Rick Seabrands. They got to have those points, especially with 2 races left in round, or you know, one more race after this one left in round 2. Points are a premium. Got to have them points to be able to move on, especially after next week's race. And next week's race will be the final race of round 2. We will cut from the top 8 to the top 4. And the winner of that last race will be Season 1 champion. Of course, being sponsored by Buttkicker, the winner will receive a Buttkicker system for their rig. Definitely glad to have Buttkicker on board for this inaugural season of the CFM Speedway Monkeys. Of course, shout out to David Overstreet, Bubba Winningham, all the admins in here that do what they do to make sure that the races run smooth. Oh, John Guerrera, just seen that. John up into the wall, losing a lot of momentum and falling back. He was able to maintain it, and it's like he's getting his speed back up, trying to stay in that draft. Like Bubba said, you know, it's a 1.5-mile track that runs like a 2.5 mile. So if you get out of the draft, you know, you could lose time. Dave Hunt does get down in front of Anthony English. Rich Seabrand's on the outside, a little side drafting going on. Gonna keep our eye up here because this is where the main battle is going to be as we are approaching that halfway mark. Dave Hunt, Anthony English battling it out right here. Rick Seabrand's the outside. Alex Green coming up behind Rick Seabrand's, trying to give him a shove up towards the front. 91 Sean Wilder still right there. Dana Osborne on the outside behind Alex. Ooh, Sean kind of drifts up into Alex a little bit, but they do not make contact. Adam Kilday is still right there. Doug Johnson having a good run himself tonight. Started 14th, currently sitting in 8th. Bubba Winningham also having a good run. Started 13th, currently in 9th. So we get back up here to the front. Alex trying to give Rick up to the front, out in front of Dave Hunt there, but just unable to catch up to him. Almost looked like Alex might have lifted a little bit in that turn, but we are halfway through now, folks. 50 of 100 done on 51. Ooh, Anthony kind of up a little bit, getting close to Rick Seabrand's. So Alex does run up and gives Rick a little bit of a shove, trying to get him pushed up there as Anthony's getting close to Dave. Now they got to be careful because these cars are prone to overheat. Trying to see Anthony poking his nose out to one side or the other. Guys out there in chat talking about the Daytona 500. William Byron wins his 2nd straight. Jimmy Johnson finishes 3rd. I know they had a lot of rain delays as there is a car down on the apron. I believe that is the 411 of Tom Dixon. Trying to stay out of everybody's way. He is 4 laps down currently. I was going to ask that same question, Braden. I didn't watch any of it. Like I said, I laid down and took a nap earlier. Wasn't feeling real good. Still not feeling the greatest. But like I said, as they say in the show business, the show must go on. Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and step aside for just a minute. Let me catch my breath. Get me another cup of coffee, but we are going to go ahead and, well, we're going to do a little bit of crank it up here, folks. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Yeah, it never fails. You step away for a minute and there becomes a caution. So we're going to get this off, but we're going to see what caused that. And look like a big wreck here. Oh, there's a car. That's Anthony English going around up and on the wall, going for a ride. Yeah, this was a big wreck because these guys are still, they were still wrecking. Let's see if we can't do a rewind here and see what caused it, what happened here. We're going to get to a chase view. We're going to be on Anthony. Oh, Dave Hunt gets sideways, gets loose. Anthony checked up. Sean got into the back of Anthony. Oof. Man. We've got John Guerrero with the black flag. Leslie or Alex Green meatball. Dana Osborne meatball, Anthony English meatball. Well, that's going to put Rick Seabrands up front, Dave Hunt second, Sean Wilder third, Doug Johnson fourth, Mark Mann up into fifth, Adam Kilday sixth, Joe Hudson seventh, Bubba Whittingham eighth, Andrew Schroeder ninth, and Michael Pratt rounding out your top 10. Yeah, that does look pretty good, Jeremy. I got to give you credit, buddy. It needed to be updated anyway, so well, guys, we've had 3 cautions, 8 laps, 41 laps to go. 20 lead changes. I didn't get to watch any of the race today, guys. Like I said, every time that I would think about going to watch it, somebody say, well, it's rain delays. So, like I said, I know there was a lot of storms that came through Saturday. pushing her way to the east. I was thinking it was kind of going to go northeast, but I guess it headed straight for Daytona. End up getting a piece of Daytona today and causing havoc at the races. Kind of looking through here at where the rest of our playoff drivers are. Of course, Rick Seabrand's currently our leader in the playoffs as the pace car dives down into the safety of pit road. They get to the Geico restart zone. Green flag will come back out. There it is, folks, on the loud pedal. Side by side with Rick Seabrand's and the 53 of Dave Hunt, 91 Sean Wilder. Another play of, well, I thought he was playoff, but that's Sean Stevens. But he is staying in the draft, kind of keeping Rick out front. Well, here comes Mark Mann, currently in third. Tyreek Lane out there in chat. No relation to me that I know of, but of course, Stephen Lane up here in the booth, covering Sunday night CFM. Dave Hunt shoving the 91 machine, getting him up there side by side with Rick Seabrand's 04 Mark Mann. They're in third. Dave Hunt to the outside, the 38 Doug Johnson inside, the 85 of Adam Kilday, running that outside line with them. There's the 49 machine of Joe Hudson in seventh, and he's getting spun around, going to the inside. Single car. Don't know if race control will throw a caution on that or not as he comes back going. No caution, single car. Looked like maybe a bad push from Andrew Schroeder, but as I see smoke in the air there, it could have been from the spin out. They're making their way back around turn number 4 to the tri-oval, back to the start-finish line for lap 65. Rick Seabrand still there. Sean Wilder to his outside. I know Denny's probably sitting there yelling at the TV or at the computer for him to go, go, go. We'll definitely appreciate everybody out there tuning in again. MaxsPeed TV here. Stephen Lane up in the booth. CFM Speedway Monkeys. We are in round 2. Race number 1 of round 2. I think I got round 1 still up there, top 16. We'll fix that real quick. I don't know. I know why it didn't change, because I had to go in and redo everything. So, but here we go. That looks better. Season 1 playoff round 2, top 8 at Atlanta. Sometimes you got to do things on the fly, guys. Well, Rick Seabrand's currently your leader, battling with Sean Wilder there in that second place. Mark Mann third. Looking back here at our other playoff drivers, Len McNeese in 6th, Adam Kilday in 7th. Russ Hancock making his way up to 10th. Sean Stevens there in 11th. Les Levy still back here in 16th. And then Anthony English, after that last caution, is currently in 20th. God-given talent. Who is this awesome broadcaster? Well, I don't know about awesome, but I appreciate it. I always like having those compliments, trying to do the best job I can. Of course, Rick Seabrand still out front, getting a good push there by Mark Mann. Well, I can name several, but there was one guy that we had up here at one time, but he wasn't all that good. He thought he was, but a guy by the name of Matt Wagner, I don't know if you've ever heard of him or not. The only one I can think of that's better than me, well, everybody except for I have hobbies. Rick Seabrand's currently your leader, still battling with Sean Wilder. Mark Mann right there in 3rd. Dave Hunt currently in 4th. Doug Johnson 5th. Adam Kilday 6th. Lynn McNeese moving up to that 6th place spot over Adam. Sean Stevens in 8th. John Guerrera in 9th, and Russ Hancock rounding out your top 10. Well, you worked with me for 3 years. Well, this ain't Josh, so oh, I know who that is. God-given talent. Oh, man, that is a buddy of mine from work. That is Mr. Joseph Jenkins out there. How you doing, Joe? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, no. Now you got me thinking. Who could that be? I was just before your time, Bobby, with all the hobbies. I am actually, I'll have to look into that. I'm not quite sure. Well, could that be maybe Mr. Gary Wells? Bobby Johnson. Well, Bobby, honestly, I've only met Josh about a year ago, and I met him while running with another league, and he introduced me to these guys with OP, and wasn't having all the greatest luck on Saturday, so he invited me into the booth, and I started helping him broadcast on Saturday nights, and a few other leagues that I started doing some other leagues with him, and running some leagues that Joshua broadcast. But since Joshua had the heart procedures, we're watching these guys wind them down, 79 of 100 now. Joshua just kind of became a real good friend to me, and well, with everything going on, I just kind of stepped up and started helping. Oh, Sean Wilder getting a little loose up into the wall with Dave Hunt as they go spinning around in the back. That was 84 of Lynn McNeese going around. 66 of Bubba Whittingham involved. We're going to kind of take a look at this again. We'll go back as Lynn is spinning the car around trying to get back going here. That all started up here with the 91. We'll get this of Sean Wilder. Looks like he got a little bit loose coming into the corner. And then right there, little bit of contact between him and the 53 of Dave Hunt, sends them both into the wall. And you see the 84 of Lynn checking up and just gets rear-ended by the 88 of John Guerrero. Oh, Russ Hancock nowhere to go. Bubba nowhere to go. The 411 of Tom Dixon just plows through as well. The 68 David Overstreet dives down into the grass. A 45 of Michael Pratt squeezes through. But I think he ended up getting involved somehow. But nope, was able to make it through okay. Kind of looking back through here. Anthony English getting a little piece of it, looks like. And then Andrew Schroeder's back here, just kind of biding his time. But he is down on pit road right now, so that's going to change a lot of stuff up for these guys. As we're 20 to go, now they should have enough fuel to make it. Anthony English is a lap down, so when the pace car comes to the line, he'll get the wave around and get his lap back. Well, Bobby, it's good to see you out there, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you joined us tonight. So I got to get me another drink of coffee because for some reason, after I got sick about 2 weeks ago, I can't talk for very long without my voice going away. Now, I don't know who that was with behind Anthony. We're going to see because they got a lap back. That's the 49 of Joe Hudson. So that puts Joe back on the lead lap. With 19 to go, Adam Kilday is your leader. Rick Seabrands in second. Mark Mann third. Doug Johnson in fourth. Sean Stevens in fifth. Michael Pratt sixth. John Guerrera 8th or 7th. Lynn McNeese 8th. Russ Hancock in 9th. And Dean Wilkerson rounding out the top 10 as the green flag is back out, folks. Here we go. Back on the loud pedal once again. We're going to get this back out a little bit so we can see some action here. $18 to go as we're winding it down. Mark Mann does go to the outside. He's got help with Rick Seabrands. Now your top 4 are playoff drivers. Adam, Mark, Rick, and Sean. So I definitely see a battle going on as a caution comes back out almost immediately. That was the 08 of Bob Fitzgerald. Looks like he slides up, gets in the wall. Andrew Schroeder right behind him, couldn't get checked up. The 8, Dana Osborne, comes down, clips Andrew down into the 411 of Tom Dixon, and then back up into the ball into Bob and Andrew. As Anthony somehow misses that again, which Anthony is the first car a lap down. He avoided that, so he will get the lucky dog. Man, unfortunate night for Andrew. He's been caught up in several things. Andrew does not have a fast repair, as he is trying to make it back around. Well, I'm sure Joshua's going to come back and watch the broadcast there, Bobby, and I'm sure he'll see, you know, everybody telling him hi and wishing him well. I know that all these drivers out here are sending out their best and well wishes to Joshua to get better. Like I said, I was so happy I was able to go see him Saturday and visit with him for a little bit. Like I said, me, Joshua, and Jeremy all become pretty good friends over the last couple of years since I started, well, iRacing a little over a year ago, and working on my 2nd year now. So definitely glad to be able to do something to help Joshua out. Now, Sunday nights was I was approached about broadcasting instead of racing, but got to give a shout out to Josh and Rudy, you know, for really giving us a platform to do this. So we start double stacking, getting ready for the restart. Pace lights do go out on the pace car. But yeah, you kind of had me thrown for a loop there, buddy. Now, people say me and Joshua do sound alike. I don't know. I don't really hear it, but I guess we do if you thought I was Joshua, so. Looking back through as we're coming back to the restart, Lynn McNeese currently in 7th. Russ Hancock in 9th. Les Levy, another playoff driver, in 11th. Anthony English is back on the lead lap, and he is the last driver in the playoffs in 17th. We get up here to coming out of turn 3 into turn 4. Pace car will dive off down the safety pit road. We'll have 14 to go when we go back green. There goes the pace car coming to the Geico restart zone. Green flags back out on the loud pedal, and Adam Kilday Getting a good jump there. Mark Mann to the outside with 27 of Sean Stevens. Again, now our top 3, 4, 5, 6 are all playoff drivers. And of course, the 7th playoff driver is Sean Stevens right there. Michael Pratt's kind of stuck in the mix, currently in 3rd, non-playoff driver. Still trying to get a win though. Adam Kilday, Rick Seabrands, and the 84 machine of Lynn McNeese there on the inside. Michael Pratt, Mark Mann, Sean Stevens outside. A little bit of bumping going on back here between the 27 of Sean Stevens and the 91 of Sean Wilder. Kind of got that worked out. Oh, Rick Seabrand's kind of down on the apron a little bit. They come through the tri-oval to the start and finish line, 13 to go. And a caution's back out, folks. That happened right there with that was with the 411 of Tom Dixon. Looks like he gets a little bit loose coming out of the corner. Let's get a chase view because I think that might have been a little bit of net code there as well. Yeah, between Joe Hudson and Tom Dixon. As he gets a little bit loose, and then right there is the net code. I think there probably would have been contact anyway as the 411 of Tom Dixon gets into the 08. Bob Fitzgerald, somehow Andrew Schroeder misses it. We get back live here. Bob Fitzgerald, Tom Dixon both have meatball flags. Tom is coming back down pit road with no hood. Oh, left front tire is destroyed. And unfortunately, Tom Dixon's night might be done. He does not have any fast repairs. And depending on how much damage Bob has, he may be done as well. Joe Hudson does have a black flag, according to ATVO, so we'll see what happens with that. Adam Kilday still our leader. Michael Pratt right there in 2nd. Mark Mann in 3rd. Rick Seabrands 4th. Lynn McNeese 5th. Russ Hancock in 6th, Sean Stevens in 7th, Sean Wilder in 8th, Doug Johnson in 9th, and Les Levy rounding out your top 10. Bubba Winningham in 11th, John Guerrero 12th, Dave Hunt 13th, Dean Wilkerson in 14th, Anthony English in 15th, Alex Green 16th, David Overstreet 17th, and Andrew Schroeder 18th. Joe Hudson is coming back out, but he'll have to serve that black flag under green. So when we go green, he'll have to come back down pit. Dana Osborne currently in 20th. Bob Fitzgerald is still on pit road, as well as Tom Dixon. And Robert Thorns has took his car behind the wall. As we line up double file with 9 to go. They're coming around turn 2, coming to the back straightaway. We get to turn 3 and 4, then pace car will dive off down into the safety of pit road. Now, Remember, guys, we do have 2 GWC attempts. Just have to see what happens. As we come to the restart, we'll be at 8 to go. If we can stay green, it's going to be a battle. Pace car does dive off down to the safety of pit rows. We come to the Geico restart zone. Green flags back out on the loud pedal. Adam Kilday with a good restart. Michael Pratt getting a push there by Rick Seabrands. Michael's trying to get a win, but he is not in the playoff picture. Adam Kilday does take the lead. Mark Mann right behind him in second. Lynn McNeese right behind Mark. Of course, these 4 guys can get hooked up together. They can try to get a run and pull away from Michael and Rick, but Rick is not letting Michael get that far back, as he is all over his bumper. 7 to go here, guys. We are winding it down. Battle top 4 cars right here. Michael Pratt outside with Rick Seabrands in the 4 machine 85 and the 04 of Mark Mann down on the inside. Here comes Russ Hancock on that outside line. Rick may have been trying to get some air or looking to go 3 wide. As the 343 of Russ Hancock kind of falls back, but he is catching them on the straightaways. Here comes Dave Hunt behind the 343. Sean Stevens there in the 27 machine as well. Oh, and we're wrecking out here. Oh, Rick caught up in it as well as Mark Mann and Adam Kilday. Ooh. No, Adam did make it through. Let's go back here and kind of see what happened. I want to say it started right there with Rick and the 45 of Michael Pratt. Go over here and get a chase view of what happened here, folks. Give me just a second while I get my camera and everything set. Oh, 85 there of Adam Kilday gets loose. You see that wiggle from Adam. Right there. Comes up. But 45 was moving down at the same time. Gets him sideways. Rick Seabrands went to the middle to try to avoid it. Michael Pratt just right down into the middle. Dave Hunt comes straight through. Anthony English gets turned. Bubba Winningham involved. Anthony English, David Overstreet, Sean Wilder going through the grass. Rick Seabrands, Les Levy going through the grass as well. John Guerrero was able to get it shut down. Les does have some damage there to his right rear. That's going to put Les in 10th. Right now, though, we have Lynn McNeese out front, Russ Hancock second, Sean Stevens third, Doug Johnson in fourth, Bubba Winningham fifth, Dean Wilkinson in 6th. Now these guys, Adam Kilday, all of them, Rick Seabrands, they all had fast repairs. They probably used them. Used one of them anyway. Dave Hunt used both of his. So did John Guerrero and Andrew Schroeder, as well as Bubba Winningham. David Overstreet, Michael Pratt, and Dana Osborne both have used both of theirs. So we're going to be 3 to go. I believe we are still under regulation. So this will be a regulation green-white checker. Will be 2 to go when we cross the line. If we do not get a caution and make it back around, then we'll have the white flag, and then whatever happens after that will happen. Oh, 15, Alex Green blinking out. His pace car dives down up to the safety of pit road. Coming to the Gradco restart zone once again. Green flag is out. Here we go, folks. We will be 2 to go when we cross the line. Gonna have to make it around without a caution. Lynn McNeese on the inside. Russ Hancock outside. 343 machine. Everett Baker out there in chat. Finishing up a race. We got 2 to go. 2 to go. Lynn McNeese still on the inside. And we got a caution, folks. That's going to be a caution to bring out our first green-white checker. Let's see what happened. That was up back here. Ooh. Looked like Andrew Schroeder was up in the wall. People were diving the mist. And it looks like the number 4 of Rick Seabrands involved in that as well. Get a rewind here. Took me to Michael Pratt. Rick goes high, comes down, trying to avoid what was happening up in front of him. And Michael Pratt just runs through him. Looks like everybody else behind him did make it through. So this will be our first green-white checker. Again, Everett Baker joining us out there. Appreciate you showing up, Everett. I know there was a lot of people watching the Daytona today. Yeah, 45 really didn't have nowhere to go and just kind of tagged him, but you know, that's close racing. He was trying to get himself back up there. He was running up front. Well, this will be our first GWC. John Guerrero looks like he has taken his car behind the wall. It looks like Bob Fitzgerald and Tom Dixon both still on pit road. It looked like Joe Hudson getting one of his laps back. He is still going to be a lap down. Well, fortunately, we are off of work tomorrow due to President's Day. because I do work for the VA, so federal holidays we get off, so I got a 3-day weekend this weekend. Plan on sleeping in a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Again, special shout out to Mr. Mark Mann, tonight's race sponsor, Man Outdoor 150 here at Atlanta. Again, this is round 2 of the playoffs, top 8. Well, Everett, I don't know where you at, buddy, but man, I hope you stay warm tomorrow, because it's supposed to start getting cold here in my area. Maryland, okay. Uh-oh, they're showing green flag because apparently I'm not live. Well, there we go. Green flag is back out. Sorry about that. I thought I hit the live button, but I guess I didn't. Lynn McNeese out front. Doug Johnson there in second. The caution comes back out. This will be the second GWC attempt. Happened back here. Oh, that was Alex Green and the 66 of Bubba Winningham. It was back on the just after the restart. Alex went to that inside and just him and Bubba. Oh, actually started back here with the 45. Let's see what happened there. Oh, 45 comes down in front of Dana Osborne. Let's get a little closer view here, guys. Dana is right behind the 45 machine. Ooh, Dana nowhere really. I don't know. Check up, baby. Dana catches Michael Pratt there in the right rear. But then up here at the front, looking at Alex Green and Bubba Winningham. After that restart, Alex dove to that middle line. 91 coming up. Bubba coming down. Alex stuck in the middle. Really nothing anybody could have done on that. Try to straighten him back up, but Bubba's right front hits the wall, collects the 62 of Les Levy. Mark Mann gets involved in it as well. David Overstreet gets a little piece of it. Dana Osborne was able to make it through. Rick Seabrand's squeezed through as well. I made sure I hit the live button, folks. We are back live. So this will be our second GWC attempt. So yeah, I believe that would be Mr. Alex Green in that 15 machine. Michael Waltrip paint scheme. Little throwback, yep. Well, Lynn McNeese right now is in the first place spot. Russ Hancock in second. Doug Johnson third. Sean Stevens fourth. Dean Wilkinson fifth. Sean Wilder sixth. Alex Green seventh. Anthony English 8th, Adam Kilday 9th, and Andrew Schroeder rounding out your top 10. Now, again, this is the second GWC, so If a caution comes out before they take the white flag, that's going to be it. It will be scored at the time of the caution. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I was trying to mute my mic. Starting to get a little bit of coughing fits going on. The races usually, the lobbies usually open up at 7:30. We usually go live about 7:45, maybe a little bit earlier. Depends on what all we got to go through. So, but they opened the session up at 7 because being in Atlanta, they wanted people to make sure they got practice on the new pit road entrance here at Atlanta, which is in turn number 3. So we come out of turn 4, coming to the tri-oval. Pace car will dive off down to the safety of pit road as we come to the guys code restart zone for our second GWC attempt. Green flag is back out on the loud pedal as Dean Wilkerson gives Doug Johnson a little shove. Lemon East on the inside, outside of him. It's 343 up Russ Hancock, Sean Stevens. Doug's trying to get caught up to Lynn to give him a push. That mid-line, oh, easy fellas. 91 there of Sean Wilder getting a little bit loose. And the caution's out. That is going to do it. That is going to be the race. Looks like your top 3 is going to be Lem McNeese, Doug Johnson, and Sean Wilder. I'll have to double check that at the time of the caution to see where everybody was at. So we are going to go back here. Oop. When the caution came out, it looks like it's going to be Lem McNeese with the win. Russ Hancock in second, and Doug Johnson in third. Well, let me verify this, guys, and I will get the top 3 up for the MaxsPEED TV post-race interview. Hang tight, we'll be right back. All right, folks, we are back. We are going to catch up with your top 3. And I had to check with the race control to make sure that we had the right people. And for some reason, it's telling me that I am on the 55. Now that's not right, so we're going to go ahead and not put that up. But we're going to get our top 3, starting with our third place finisher tonight, Mr. Doug Johnson. Doug, good run tonight, buddy. You had a pretty good race. You started 14th and worked your way up to the top 5 pretty much all race. Doug, you got a copy there, buddy?
Yeah, man. You got me?
I do now. You're a little bit quiet there.
Yeah, 10-4. I think this Mark's giving up on me.
Well, like I said, man, you kind of started mid-pack in the 14th, but worked your way up. Like I said, you were running top 5 pretty much all race. How'd it feel for you out there?
Oh, it felt pretty good. I felt good all night. You know, just got lucky and wasn't caught up in anything.
Yeah, I was looking here. Didn't look like, you didn't lose any you use any of your fast repairs tonight, which, you know, you've had a kind of a rough spell here lately with some of these races and getting caught up in other people's stuff. But, you know, you stayed clean tonight and ran good. And, man, awesome finish, though. You know, even though you got kind of knocked out of the round of 16, but you came out and showed them exactly what you was made of tonight, bud.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm out of the playoffs, so only thing left to do is try to win one.
Yep. Well, we still got another couple races here. We are at Daytona next week for race 2 of the second round. So, any thoughts or anything on Daytona?
Just gonna cross my fingers and hope that I don't need these 2 extra fast repairs when we get to Daytona.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you real quick. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate?
I just want to say thanks to Bub and David and all them for everything they do, and thanks to y'all for doing the broadcast. And tell Josh when you see him out there, keep digging.
Will do, brother. All right. Well, go celebrate, and we will catch you, hopefully next week.
10-4. Y'all have a good one.
All right, we're going to get him back down there. That's going to bring us to, if I can find my mouse here, and get zoomed in a little bit here. That is going to bring us to our second place winner, Russ Hancock. Man, started 12th, finished second. Unfortunately, ended after the second GWC attempt. But pretty good run from you. I mean, you kind of got into a little bit of issues, but was able to persevere and just kind of come out up top.
Yes, sir. It was good for me. Needed that for points, and yeah, I got caught up in 2. The second one I had to use a fast repair. First one I just fixed all the damage and just kind of bided my time riding towards the back until we got close to the end, and then worked my way up front with Sean. Sean did a great job pushing, so did Lynn. So we had a good race there at the end.
Well, was you hoping it was going to stay green, or I mean, I know a lot of these guys was really pushing to get into position to finish this race, but I know you guys was just hoping, please stay green.
We really were, and not only stay green, just nothing happened to take us out of those front 2 spots, because I mean, with Len and I both being chase drivers, we were trying to hold down what we could.
Well, man, awesome job tonight. We got Daytona next week for race 2 of the second round. I know a lot of you guys, y'all run Daytona and Talladega quite a bit. So you got a little bit of a game plan going into next week?
Just survive. That's the biggest thing in these races is if you're there at the end, everybody's got a chance. But you got to be there at the end, and I've had some bad luck a couple times through the season with that, and just trying to drive smart.
Well, buddy, congratulations again. I'm going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate?
No, I want to thank the Speedway Monkeys. This has been a wonderful season. Thank you and MaxsPeed for putting these shows on for us, and all the drivers that are coming out and putting on a good show.
Well, I know was trying to get with the drivers when Joshua had his stuff, but I know everybody is pulling for him. Didn't know if you wanted to give something to Joshua or shout out to him or get well or anything like that.
There's definitely always want to get well for anybody that's hurting bad. I've been a firefighter and a medic for years, and I feel for people and want him to get well soon.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations again. Go celebrate, and we will see you next week at Daytona, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Hi, buddy. All right. Well, that's going to bring us to our race winner, Mr. Lynn McNeese.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm trying to get my stuff to work right. But awesome job, man. You started back at the back of the pack. I don't even think you qualified. And just worked your way up to the front, got you up there. And, man, what can we say? Just awesome run tonight.
Better lucky than good. How's that?
Well, sometimes, Atlanta's not Daytona. It's not Talladega. That's my dyslexia kicking in. Talladega, so but it runs like a super speedway.
It does, but it just don't have you don't have the room for passing. There's a lot of when you run side by side, plus the tire wear on this thing. A lot of guys start getting loose after 15, 20 laps on the tires. So that really you have to kind of watch for that.
Well, and another thing with Atlanta, pit road, they changed it up. I know we talked a little bit about that earlier. Coming into turn 3, you said you found the sweet spot. Some guys look like they handled the entrance pretty good. How was the exit? I mean, I know with older tires it can be a little bit tricky, or even on fresh cold tires it can be a little tricky. Was you have any issues with that?
I was just saving there, trying not to burn them up. That was, I think, helped me there at the end to have a little bit better tire. We got lucky there and got through a couple of the wrecks that happened right there in front of us and worked our way around it. That we wouldn't have been there. So I mean, I hated to see Adam and all them get wrecked up there in front of us there, and Mark and all them. They had a good run going, and I hated to see all that pile up going.
Well, and we were talking about this during the broadcast. You guys went through the green-white checkers. The caution came out before you guys made it back into the race earlier. And I know you guys was probably thinking, and I asked the same question to Russ and to Doug. You guys was probably hoping, let's just stay green. Let's finish this out, under this, and we'll be done.
I was hoping it would have finished it before we had the first green-white checkers. Yeah, it was. I mean, I hate to say the cautions, but it was at the end, and everybody's trying to make up positions and trying to get up there and get what they could, and being the points, everybody's it's in the points, trying to get all the points they can get there to advance to the next round. So,
well, we do have Daytona, second race of the second round coming up. You guys run Daytona a lot. I mean, between this OP and other leagues, you guys are pretty familiar. So got a little bit of a strategy for these guys going into next week?
Cross my fingers again, and I'm bringing my rabbit's foot with me again next week.
Well, I'm just going to let you know Joshua is out there. He just said awesome win to you, and he's just trying to get as much rest as he can. But, well, we're going to go ahead and turn the mic over to you, Lynn. Any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before we go celebrate?
Well, first of all, I'm glad Josh is watching it there. And, like I said from last night, I continue, hope to get feeling better and a faster, speedy recovery. With thoughts and prayers are with you, buddy. Hope to see you back soon. And again, thanks to all the admins over here and everybody behind the scenes, you up there in the booth and putting on a good show for everybody. And just appreciate the, all the support everybody's given me this past few months.
Well, awesome job, man. And, we may not know each other or met each other personally, but, any type of racing, whether it's real life or even this, we all kind of become a tight-knit group. You could even say a family. So, when one of us hurts, we all hurt. And, we just want everybody to be healthy and safe.
Yeah, we all get in here to have fun and race each other, and we're all competitive. But yeah, like you said, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I mean, it's great how everybody sticks together and helps each other and friendly with each other on things. So it's make a lot of new friends on here. You hope you meet them one day, but if you don't, it's great to know that you've made some good friends over this.
Absolutely. Well, Lynn, congratulations again, buddy. Go celebrate, and we will see you next week at Daytona.
All right, Steven. Appreciate it. And get well, Josh.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
All right.
All right. Well, that was Lynn McNeese. Get him back down into the race rooms. Well, that's going to bring us to our results. Depending any admin. Where is that? Depending any admin stuff that they got to do, they are talking about it, I'm sure, right now. So, but we're going to go ahead and get to our unofficial results. 108 laps, so we did use both green, white, checkered. Lynn McNeese did get the win at the time of the last caution. Russ Hancock in second. It shows Dean Wilkerson in third, but it was actually at the time was Mr. Doug Johnson. So I don't know if we could really go off of this or not, but I think we might as well not, because it's got everything kind of messed up. So, but going through, we can actually do it this way. So Lynn McNeese is the winner. And let me get over here. Russ Hancock did get second. Doug Johnson third. Sean Stevens in fourth. Dean Wilkerson fifth. Sean Wilder in sixth. Alex Green seventh. Anthony English eighth. Adam Kilday ninth. Andrew Schroeder 10th. Mark Mann in 11th. Dave Hunt 12th. Dana Osborne 13th. David Overstreet 14th. Les Levy in 15th. Rick Seabrand 16th. Michael Pratt in 17th. Joe Hudson 18th. And Bubba Whittingham 19th. Tom Dixon 20th. And that's Bob Fitzgerald in 21st. And, of course, we had Robert Thorns and John Guerrera. John Guerrera would be 22nd and Robert Thorns in 23rd. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here, guys, on MaxsPeed TV. Joshua, glad you were out there and tuning in. Man, we sure do miss you, buddy, and it's good to see you. It was so good to see you and your family and your mom and your brother yesterday. And, man, just rest up. We hope you get to feeling better, buddy. But like I said, that's going to do it for us here on MaxsPeed TV. CFM Speedway Monkeys, sponsored by Buttkicker for the season. Round 2 of the playoffs under our belts. We'll go to Daytona next week. And as far as MaxsPeed TV broadcast, we will be off tomorrow, and Downforce Truck Series on Tuesday. We will be live at 7:45. Don't know for sure if it's going to be me and Dennis doing it again together, or if it will be just Dennis. We will figure that out when it gets here. So, but until then, folks, again, weather's coming in. Hope everybody stays warm, stay safe, and have a good night.